Welcome back to Studio 21.
Today we've got the latest scoop on America's favorite icon and on America's not favorite couple.
Plus, reviews of the latest installment of the Tron movie series, as well as a new horror indie game.
So as always, it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We have big news this week. Country music fans everywhere were holding their breath after rumors started swirling online that Dolly Parton had suffered a serious health scare. But the Queen of Country herself just set the record straight in the most Dolly way possible.
Yeah, it all started when Dolly's sister posted online asking fans to keep her in their prayers. And let's be honest, when someone says that about a global icon, the internet goes into instant panic mode.
Exactly. Fans saw the post and immediately feared the worst. Within hours, it turned into a full-on storm of "Is Dolly okay?" trending everywhere. People were posting tributes, sharing old performances, and basically preparing for her funeral.
But leave it to Dolly herself to shut everything down in the most Dolly way possible. She went on social media all glammed up and glowing and said, "I ain't dead yet," proving once again that no one handles chaos quite like Dolly Parton.
She explained that she's had a few minor medical procedures, but nothing even close to what people were saying online. Basically, the internet took a sweet family prayer post and turned it into a fake national emergency.
The panic melted away like butter on a hot biscuit. Fans flooded her comment sections with love, heart emojis, and Dolly gifts. You could practically hear millions of people take a sigh of relief all at once.
Honestly, Dolly is 78 and still out here working harder than half of us, performing, recording, and even dropping her own home-style meals in stores.
But seriously, have you tried her pancake mix? And her syrup that comes in a container shaped like a guitar?
Between the pancakes, the chicken and dumplings, and the cobbler, Dolly's basically made Walmart a concert hall.
That cobbler deserves a VIP ticket all in its own.
For real, every bite deserves a standing ovation and a chorus of 9 to 5.
I hope every time Dolly walks into a room, everyone stands and cheers. If that doesn't happen, there's truly no justice in this godforsaken world.
I'm not a country fan at all, but I would 100% do that. If you aren't standing up for Dolly, who are you standing for? Jolene?
Exactly. I know I can speak for everyone here at Studio 21 that we will always love you, Dolly Parton. You are in our prayers, hopes, and dreams always.
Speaking of hopes and dreams, it's safe to say that many girls had theirs dashed after seeing that Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet are still dating. The two were photographed in New York City this past week together.
That isn't the worst news, though. I could steal Timothy if I really wanted to, not a problem. But he has a shaved head now.
There's a picture of the two at a Yankees game, and I have never seen a human being who looks more like a mouse. Live action flushed away when?
Even if Timothy can't be the shaved head phase every male goes through, who can? And why would Kylie stay with him? If we're being honest, she could have anyone she wants, and she's choosing to stay with a guy who now looks like he'd hit on you outside of a 7-Eleven.
Guys might say the shaved head look is fire, but everyone else knows the truth. If even Chalamet doesn't look hot with a buzz cut, who would? What a risk to take when your girlfriend...
Genuinely obsessed with their vibes. Like, how are they together? Hollywood's young sweetheart with reality TV's #1 baddie. It simultaneously makes complete and zero sense.
It is actually insane that they've been together for 3 years.
What do you think they talk about? Like, what? Like, do you think?
Couldn't even take a guess. What do they have in common besides bad Met Gala looks?
Maybe since they're both so busy, with filming and shopping and, like, whatever else they do.
Plan bad Met Gala outfits? I guess. You could definitely do that for date night.
How's Friday night for you, Anna?
That's all the time we have for Gossip Guru today. Thank God. Thank you all for watching, and make sure you check out our music video of the week, Zondi's Eaton Canyon Falls, and stick around for release date afterwards.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Release Date. I'm Zain.
And I'm Carrie.
First up, the newest installment in a long-running Disney franchise, Tron Ares.
Tron Ares, directed by Joachim Ronning and starring Jared Leto, Greta Lee, and Evan Peters, released this past weekend. This film follows a security program named Ares, who is designed to be the protector of the Dillinger's Corporation's grid, a digital landscape that acts as a world of its own. Ares, as well as other programs and military equipment, can be materialized from the grid to the real world, but only for 29 minutes at a time. Before disintegrating, Julian Dillinger, the man in charge of the Dillinger Corporation, sends Ares out to find the permanence code, which would allow grid assets to stay in the real world permanently without disintegrating. Ares must reconcile his budding moral compass with his task to procure the code, which would involve killing Eve Kim, the CEO of Dillinger's rival company, Encom.
I know I already reviewed just the soundtrack of this movie by Nine Inch Nails a couple weeks ago, but I promise I have new and different things to say about this film. But yes, the incredible soundtrack was also incredible in this movie, especially hearing it on IMAX speakers. I promised I wouldn't say more about the soundtrack, so I won't. The movie itself was better than I anticipated. I thought everything about this movie's promotion looked awful, and the reviews I read preceding its release seemed to confirm that it was the worst Tron movie. I can confirm that it is, in fact, not the worst Tron movie. That award still goes to the first one, but it's certainly not as good as the second. What this film does right are the things the franchise has become ubiquitous with: great visuals and sound. Much like its predecessors, Tron Ares has some incredibly impressive use of CGI, with the grid, light cycles, recognizers, all the cool stuff Tron is known for, looking as good as ever. Though it is slightly disappointing that for a franchise that's been so visually groundbreaking as it is, with the first film being one of the earliest examples of a film with a primarily computer-generated setting, and the second making some of the biggest strides in facial de-aging tech, this movie doesn't do anything nearly as remarkable. I guess I can't hold it against the movie for not reinventing the wheel, but it's a bit disappointing nevertheless. The audio design is also great, even outside the soundtrack, with light cycles sounding super crisp and punchy, and the deep bassy noises of the recognizer sounding menacing as ever. The story of this film is actually pretty serviceable. It's better than the kinda incoherent mess of the original film, but it is noticeably lacking the heart and somewhat compelling antagonist of the second. It's got some pretty basic and uninsightful commentary on artificial intelligence, but it could be much worse. The truly weak point of this film is the acting. Evan Peters is the only one giving a relatively interesting performance. He hams it up a lot, sometimes detrimentally so, but it's better than the boring, drab acting of basically everyone else. Greta Lee in particular seems like she's really phoning it in, which is disappointing since I thought she was phenomenal in past lives, but perhaps it's not fair to me to compare a real movie like that to Disney's favorite money sinkhole of a franchise. As a bonus bit for me to nerd out, this movie referenced some of my favorite stuff, which was cool. First, there's an Akira bike slide homage, which, if you don't know what that is, there's a million compilations of YouTube of all the other films and TV shows that homage it. Second, they talk about Depeche Mode in this movie. Like a lot. Like a lot. Way more than one would expect, but they're my favorite band, so I'm not complaining. Plus, they play Just Can't Get Enough by them briefly. Now that I'm done being biased, you can check this out if you want a lukewarm yet entertaining action film, or just buy an IMAX ticket and close your eyes and let the 9 Inch Nails wash over you.
Next up is a brand new indie horror game that took the internet by storm. No, I Am Not a Human.
No, I'm Not a Human, released September 15th of this year and developed by TrioCaz, is a first-person survival horror RPG. The story takes place in an apocalyptic world in which the sun's temperature is rapidly increasing, causing people to burn up. You, as the player, run a shelter for these people. However, you have to distinguish between who is actually human and who is a visitor, which are creatures that appear human and pose a threat to you and the other humans. This game has 10 different endings, all of which have very different outcomes.
I was wondering what would be the new breadwinner of horror games this fall. Every single fall, the internet decides to obsess over a new random horror game that varies in quality. If you guys may recall, I did a review on the popular game Mouthwashing last year, and it was one of the best horror RPGs I've ever played. However, even though I still adore Mouthwashing a ton, No, I Am Not a Human, although it is very different, is on par with Mouthwashing's storytelling, which was quite a pleasant surprise. First of all, this game is very creepy. The art design of the game definitely reflects that a ton. Although I've noticed a trend in indie horror in which most art styles mock old PlayStation games, which No, I'm Not a Human is guilty of, it adds this 2D police sketch style that makes all of the NPCs look extremely creepy and uncanny, which highlights the paranoia you, the player, are facing trying to decide who's human or not. Also, I really appreciate that some of the character designs and idols they do reflects random niche internet culture, which I thought was a little funny, and it took away the creepiness of the game for a second, but it's not drastic. I like when developers put stupid humor into their creepy games. Furthermore, the characters are very cool and well written. There are over 57 different characters you can encounter, and while some are cooler than the others, I found pretty much all of them to be very dynamic, unique, and interesting to talk to, while others are flat out creepy and set alarms in my personal warning system, and I wanted them to get out of my shelter. There's also some very weird stuff that happens with some of the characters that's just, let's just say it really intensifies the narrative. Next, while the gameplay is extremely repetitive, it's not at all boring. Doing these tasks over and over again, such as examining a person's eyes, teeth, nails, etc., to check if there's a visitor, is nightmare-inducing. Every single time you do that is completely different, and to be fair, it really gets into your head, which is what the game wants you to think. It's paranoia-inducing, and that's really scary. It also lets you, as the player, play God, as you're the one who decides whether or not someone lives, and it plays with your morality a lot. I one time thought that somebody was a visitor until it was too late, and that really got to my head. Lastly, the endings are definitely something. Although I have not unlocked all of the endings yet, some are definitely better than others. I don't think I can elaborate on this farther since I think that this is best experienced blind. Overall, I'm Not a Human is very creepy, and it is one of the tensest and scariest games I've played in a while. It's very fun, and it's one of those games that you can always come back to because there are so many different outcomes and characters you can encounter. Unlike other games, which I would say either play it on your own or watch a gameplay on YouTube, you need to play this game. The horror of No, I'm Not a Human works best when you experience it yourself. It is currently only downloadable through Steam, so go check it out when you can.
And now a video from our very own Devin Kirpolani, everyone's favorite package producer. Let's just say no one is doing Taco Bell bathrooms quite like him. Take it away, Devin.
Feeling hungry and adventurous, I spent the afternoon with two friends trying exciting eateries in our local area. First was Pho Kim Long.
Hey guys, I got the chicken banh mi sandwich from Pho Kim Long, and it's wonderful. It's been a blast trying out this sandwich. I've gotten it a few times over the summer, and it's now a classic for me. I especially enjoy the pickled carrots inside, the teriyaki flavored chicken, the cucumbers, and the jalapenos, which are really spicy, so if you don't like spice, I suggest you knock it off. But overall, great sandwich, really well priced, and a great college eat.
Absolutely beautiful. This is one of the finer bobas I've ever had. Really just hits in the right spot. I know people talk about the first sip taste of Starbucks, say, but I think this actually is a competent rival to it. Pho Kim Long, get it now, get it local, and enjoy.
Next, we went to Taco Bell.
Okay, we're here at Taco Bell, and we're gonna go review now the 7-layer burrito. I explained before, but this is my favorite childhood burrito, and it's only out for a limited time, so let's test it out. Not bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
That's pretty nice. I like the bean.
Yeah. Man, there's nothing like Taco Bell soap. After you're done in the bathroom, that soap, you gotta wash your hands here. This soap is to die for. I'd be smelling my hands like, I wish that stuff was cologne.
Where's the next stop?
We're going to a bakery.
Hot.
Katra Specialty Coffee and Bakery.
First impressions? It's like the smell is really distinctive in a good way.
Yeah, I can see a lot of people here. Very social spot.
Indeed.
So I ordered for the three of us this pistachio flavored cheesecake recommended by the Katra staff. It also has chocolate on top and more nuts on top. And this cake is a pistachio flavored tres leches cake with frosting and more cut up nuts on top.
You know how sometimes you try cheesecake and it turns out that like the aftertaste is a bit sour?
Yeah.
This is not. This is sweet.
Yep. Absolutely. You wanna try this? Try this?
Sure, that's really good.
Tres leches, pistachio.
Yep. Thin slice.
Interesting texture. There's this crispness and yet smoothness.
There's definitely that, that crunchiness when it comes to the nuts.
Sort of an aftertaste.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hard to explain the aftertaste. I find it pleasant. It's good.
I think it's because it's new flavor.
No, bro.
Traditional standard ones.
Yeah. Which is usually
Just 3 different types of milk, and that's the flavor you'll get.
and there's strawberries in it.
Oh yeah, strawberries.
Pineapple too.
Oh, pineapple as well.
Yeah. Unique. Certainly unique. I get a sense that there's a lot of pistachio at this place.
And this gives Dubai chocolate vibes, this cheesecake, because it has some chocolate and pistachios in it. But it's fun. I mean,
I get to try the green part.
maybe at some point we'll try the coffee, because a lot of people there had ordered coffee. But cake-wise, it's pretty good. And people just studying and probably catching up with friends. I saw some people reading, so it seems like a nice, quaint environment. Cool vibes.
Optimized for productivity.
It smells really nice there.
Back to friendly competition. Yay! My least favorite time of day.
I think this segment is really fun, actually. But, you know, maybe that's because Gossip Guru is currently leading 6-0.5.
Y'all are getting a little too full of yourselves. This week, it's time for a release date to show the world how knowledgeable we really are.
I think you need to start with figuring out how exactly to work your buzzer before y'all can even think about beating us.
Yeah, sorry to burst the release date bubble, but I don't think fun facts about emo bands from the 80s are going to help you here.
I don't care. I'm going to do whatever it takes to not say the loser oath again.
Well, the loser speaks yet again. It's my time to talk, to dazzle under the spotlight. So all of you listen up. The first question is... What famous Starbucks drink, launched in 2003, basically started the fall drink craze? Carmen.
Is it pumpkin spice latte?
That's correct.
I'm not cut out for this.
The stupid bot.
It didn't work for me either.
It didn't work for me. I was like, aggressively pressing it. Darn.
The second question is, which team won the famous Red River rivalry game this past Saturday? Anna.
Texas Tech?
Incorrect.
Okay.
Zain.
University of Texas.
That's correct.
Oh my gosh, let's go!
Good.
You're my goat, Zain. This is the goat.
I'm normal.
And the last question is, which famous actress, known for roles in The Godfather, Father of the Bride,
Diane
Zain.
Keaton.
That's correct.
Let's go!
I'm like a psychic. I was divinely given knowledge.
Yeah, I know. You immediately got that.
All they had to say was The Godfather. All they had to say was The Godfather, and I was in.
That's when I backed
Yeah.
up. I don't know movies, guys.
Well, look
Zain
who we
is-
have here. Wow. Will the losers please repeat after me? God looks down in shame.
God looks down in shame.
Even worse, Dolly Parton looks down in shame. She is disappointed in me and my performance today.
Even worse, Dolly Parton looks down in shame. She is disappointed in me and my performance today.
I have done a great disservice to my segment and will work harder than 9 to 5 to rectify my mistakes.
I have done a great disservice to my segment and will work harder than 9 to 5 to rectify my mistakes.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
Okay. Wow, what an episode. Thanks for watching, everyone.
We will see you all next time here on Studio
Yo,
21.
21!
At least we're still in the lead.